Hello. Uh, personally, I guess I've never really got into April Fool's Day in a big way. Not that I don't like pranks, as long as they're not mean spirited. But it's never a day I guess I really looked at on the calendar. Off the top of my head, the only actual April Fool's Day prank I remember pulling back when I was a kid. Uh, I had one of those, you know, electric water guns, and I took fishing wire, tied it to the trigger and the other end to the door. So when my sister opened her door, she would be squirted with water. Uh, as for this year, I'm off, and I have an $8 coupon uh, to see Batman vs Superman. So the prank may be on me, thinking from everything I've heard, thinking that saving $8 will make it worthwhile. Um, but I'll go into it with a positive attitude. I love your Chewbacca voicemail idea, especially as Chewbacca is actually one of my ringtones. Uh, I could actually think of two people who I think would be funny to do too. One, well, this might not seem as funny. I would consider actually changing it to a ET impression contest, just because he has this whole thing with ET. Uh, which I don't need to get into, but he doesn't like ET, and I think that would be funny for him. As for other pranks I've played or other people played over the years, I think I discussed some of this this video some of this last year. So this might be the same, but it was probably back with some private videos. You know, I said, or I'm saying, I love the the cinnamon challenge prank, but unfortunately, as it's because of the internet, as got it's more well known. Very few people I notice you can trick into doing it. Some people will try it, and it's still funny, but it's not as funny as when they're prepared for it. When they're not prepared for it, uh, and for those people who don't know what it is, if there's anyone who doesn't, basically you tell people they can't eat a tablespoon of cinnamon, and they would be so sure they could. Apparently, it just like dries up your throat and it burns, and you'd see people spewing out cinnamon and they're coughing it all over the place. And probably not making it sound as funny as it is, but it would really be side-splittingly funny. Similarly, not quite as funny as the saltine cracker challenge, where and I've actually seen this done, but you can't eat 6 saltines in a minute without drinking anything. Again, people think it's simple if they don't know about it, and what is the saltines just totally dry up your mouth, and not quite the same reaction as the cinnamon, but because not the burning, but your mouth dries up and cracker crumbs are spewing out. And the funny thing is, you see people try different ways of doing it. Some people go one at a time. Some people try and shove them all in their mouth at once. And just crumbs everywhere. I said, being in the food business, a few things, a lot of them are food related. We talked about spiking people's drinks. A good thing to spike people's drinks with was always white vinegar, because it's not noticeable, especially people drinking water. And depending on how you want to go about it, you could put a tiny bit in, so the water might just taste funny, and they're not sure if they're tasting anything different or not. You could go all the way to totally replacing the water with white vinegar and seeing them chug that. And if it's a sport bottle, there's not even really a chance they're gonna, or very little chance they're gonna smell it. We used to do a lot of stuff like this, and we would get on to each other. Uh, but so once I was working with someone, and I took this concoction of, as always, edible stuff. I'm not trying to poison anyone, no bleach or anything like that. But like I said, vinegar, hot sauce. If it was in like the bottom of a coffee pot, if it's been sitting there and it's burned and almost comes syrupy, mixing all this stuff together. And he was drinking iced tea out of a cup like this. So I took it, I put it at the bottom of a cup, and we had a bigger size cup. Let's see here. A bigger size cup, and I was able to cut the bottom off of it and make a hole in it for the straw and almost make a false bottom. Made a hole with the straw, put the straw in, and it almost airtight. Throw the iced tea, the ice on top. He didn't notice, and now he's drinking this stuff, basically undiluted, no iced tea getting in there. Because we were so on to each other at that point, that was when I was proud of. This one, we at work, we have this a buzzer. So if you're busy, someone knows to come out and give you a hand. You don't have to go back looking for them. I was working with a kid, and I guess I buzzed him out, and I guess he didn't realize what it was for. So afterwards, he's like, "Did you hear that buzzing sound?" Now realizing he didn't know what it was for, I played this up, and I'm like, "No, I didn't hear anything." And so every now and then I would buzz it, and he started to realize it was me. So the buzzer was below the counter. So I would wait till he was in the area, and I would have my hand almost basically resting on the counter with my fingers underneath on the button. And when his back was turned to me, I would reach up to the shelf, kind of where a light fixture, and then I would hit the buzzer while looking up there, and he would turn around, and I would quickly drop my hand down, look away, but slow enough so I know he saw me do that. And he was convinced for probably a couple of months that the buzzer was somewhere up there, and he couldn't find it until someone finally told me. And every now and then I still do it to him, and he curses me out for having done it to him for so long. Uh, Something I've thought about doing, although this has to be when the right person works the next day. Similar to your bug thing, working in the food business is getting like a fake mouse or rat or something and placing it somewhere not too obvious, not right out of the open, because I'm sure fake rat wouldn't look that real, but where someone might see it maybe behind something where they can see if not get a good view. I thought that would be a good prank, but the wrong person might not be happy with it. And another thing which I know someone who did, which I think crosses a bit over to the mean side, but I think you could put maybe a better twist on it, is, and he actually said he did this because he was upset with his brother for some reason. He actually brushed his cat's teeth with his brother's toothbrush. Again, I think that's over the line, but what I think you could do is buy a toothbrush that looks like whoever you live with's toothbrush, and whether it's brushing a pet's teeth or cleaning tiles or maybe the toilet, then after they brush their teeth, show them a video of you doing that, and like, April Fools. I would very quickly then tell them that no, the April Fool's joke is actually that you didn't do that, because that could really upset someone if they thought you cleaned the toilet with their toothbrush. So just a few of the pranks I could think of off the top of my head. So thanks for listening. I hope you have a fun April Fool's Day. All right, bye.